Hey gang, it's Locksmith here. Bit of a short video today. I wanted to put out something alongside the premiere video for my series, You Should Get, to serve as sort of a mission statement, as well as an explanation of the perspective it comes from. Since Warframe has been out for a decade, there have been countless guides and educational content available for players, and I would like to put forth some of my own contributions to this roster. So let's get into the philosophy of You Should Get. To start, I should state my personal experience with Warframe. I've played for the first time when I was in high school, around 2017, though it was fairly brief. I recently picked it up again, and I've sunk a solid 900 hours of gameplay. I have not fully delved into content past New War, primarily focusing on side content as a way to satisfy my collector tendencies. I am fairly inexperienced with build crafting, however I understand roughly what works best for my needs. I also have a background in game design, which helps my understanding of the mechanical and design concepts that work in the background. All of this to say, my perspective is best suited to help those who are much newer to the game, or those who want to explore the game as much as possible. I cannot be sure how much help my perspective can be for those who have a stronger grasp of the mechanics of Warframe, nor those who are seeking the most optimal, powerful, or unique builds/applications for Warframe, though I hope it can be worth considering. You Should Get, therefore, is meant to focus on the new player experience. These guides are created to showcase Warframes, and potentially more, that serve a role in embedding a new player's journey in Warframe. The pilot episode is a great example, covering the best loot frame available to new players, as Necros allows players to access additional loot regardless of whether or not their team has another loot frame or not. Future episodes will hold true to this ideology, focusing on what benefits these frames will provide for a player who want to seek out. Further advice will be provided as well in the hopes that it will lower any learning curve experienced by the player using these guides. What is out of scope for these guides is full builds and loadouts, for a few reasons. Number one, it can be incredibly overwhelming for the target audience to have to process the minutiae of specific mod combinations, where to get them, capacity balancing, etc. Paired with my lack of advanced knowledge, it would also be undoubtedly flawed. Number two, it would eat up more time from both a production and runtime perspective. I don't want to have to rush a slop build under the pretense of putting out content that is extra sluggish because of the build. And finally, number three, I just think it would be very limiting on the thinking of those who want the guide. Warframe is best when the player experiments. By forcing a perfect meta on the impressionable new players, it will hurt their enjoyment in the long run, which is why I want to hone in on general build advice that a player can branch off of and make their own decisions with. That is the philosophy of You Should Get. Thank you for listening to me ramble about my mission. I will admit, it does feel a tad pretentious to attribute a mission statement to my silly little guide series, but I hope it does provide y'all with some perspective and insight into what I'm doing. This isn't my way to dodge critique by any means either. I am only human, and additional perspectives will always contribute to a better understanding of the game. If you enjoyed this, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I also stream on Twitch, so if you want to talk to me live, feel free to poke into my streams. I hope you have a great day.